met online. We met on Match.com. It's kind of funny.
That's the way the world works nowadays.
I know, right? Because it's Vegas and you can't meet anyone in person anymore, I feel like.
We went to a wine bar and hung out there for a while.
Yeah, we just hung out and drank for a while, and we were talking. We even talked about for like kids on the first date, like how many kids do you want? He said he wanted 3, and I was like, ooh, slow down a little bit. I don't know if I want 3.
And then we decided to keep going, and we went to an Irish bar called McFadden's.
And then we pretty much stayed together after the first date, right? We were out all night. And we were playing like beer pong, and we met up with his friends coincidentally. It was kind of a crazy first date night. We went on a date right at like the Saturday after Thanksgiving, which is kind of weird.
Yeah,
but it was, I was super nervous to go. But then once we met, like it was super easy to talk, and it wasn't scary after that.
So I didn't know this at the time, but like our whole relationship would kind of be based off of wine and cheese. Because everything from that point was like, oh, let's go to Napa, let's go to Temecula, let's go down to Sedona and hit all those wineries. So it kind of just flowed from there.
Cheese and charcuterie.
That's it. And I don't like cheese.
I know, he hates cheese.
Cheese is gross. I feel like you kissed me first.
It was me.
Yeah.
It was at the bar. And I just like leaned over and did it. Which is, I never, like I'm like the pursuer ever. Usually I'm like, I wait. But for some reason I just was like, I just did it. I think he chased me first. Because he sent me the first message.
Yes.
And his first message was, hey. That was it. Which he's lucky I even responded to that.
Come on, my profile was awesome.
Was it?
I don't know.
I don't think it was.
It was probably terrible.
Wasn't like, bam, like I'm in love. It was kind of like slow. Like a slow burn.
I would say it'd be little moments. Like, I could see myself with her over the long run. This is a person I could spend the rest of my life with.
Yeah, and I like slowly like started moving in, like moved the cat in. And all of a sudden I was just there.
Her cat moved into my house before she did.
Yeah, my cat moved in first. Which is pretty funny.
That cat's the bane of my existence.
He's kind of an asshole, Shadow, our cat.
Yeah, I'd say little bits and pieces, like her integration into my life. So when I proposed, and I took her to go get the engagement ring, because I was like, do you want me to surprise you, or do you want me to get you exactly what you want? I went back probably 2 days later and bought the
And I didn't know when he was like gonna do that.
The actual proposal story, so I bought the ring, and then had this whole thing planned. I was gonna do it on her birthday weekend.
So we went to Ivan's to stay just for like a trip for my birthday. And then we were kind of like hiking, and I kind of was like, maybe he'll do it this trip, but it was like the end of the trip and he still hadn't done it. So I'm like, he's obviously not going to do it.
Guy had this whole setup of rose petals into the balcony with like champagne.
And then one night we were in the hot tub all night, and then he like disappeared for a while. I was like, what is he doing?
There was this, to the condo, the setup that we went to, we had never gone in to this one door. We'd always gone through this one main entrance, and then she's like, oh, I just want to go through this one side door, like away from like everything I had set up.
And then we went to the room, and I went in the wrong door.
Let's go through this main door. She's like, no, I'm gonna go through this door. And then so she goes through that side door, and then she goes through the bedroom, and then notices like all the setup in like the main living area.
And I saw like some rose petals, and I was like, what is that? Like, did someone, like the maid do that? Like, what's wrong?
And she's like, what's going on here? And I had to go grab the ring from the balcony because she wouldn't go through the main area.
And then I like just stopped, and he was like, he went in there, and he was like, oh my God, we need to go to this door. And he like moved me, and then he got down on one knee, and they proposed. It was really cute. I had no idea that was gonna happen.
Afterwards, it was kind of, I don't remember what I said, but she was like, you didn't even ask me to marry you. And I think I went on this long-winded kind of, like, I love you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and I don't think I actually said, will you marry me? I'm pretty almost positive. It was kind of a long-winded spiel of how much I loved her.
He's the first one I've been like super comfortable with, and I could actually like see a future with, and it's not like these ups and downs and like a roller coaster, which I was used to.
I really like how she always has a drive, always has a goal of something she wants to do.
And I feel like he's just like, he's very funny, and he's smart, and he's sarcastic, which is a little, sometimes too much.
She's always been goal-oriented. She's always been very loving towards, she calls it the farm, because we have 3 dogs, 2 cats, a bunch of fish, and she wants to get another dog. She's worried because all of our dogs are getting older. She's like, can we adopt a tortoise? And I was like, if you can make it work, I will build the thing in the backyard to keep the tortoise in there because they dig and they get out. But we didn't have enough area in the backyard to be able to do that. So I think just every time she wants to do something, I'd be like, okay, let's go do it together.
I feel like he's like a nurturer. He's very like nurturing, and even with like other people, like strangers, like he'll like help people get water and stuff. He's like always like a very helpful person.
I would say just remember the very first moment you saw her, how cute and bubbly she is because she's a little pint-sized person, and the smile she puts on your face.
I feel like I'd want to tell my future self to calm down a little bit and just like go with the flow more and realize that like we're on the same team. I know sometimes you try and like fight for no reason, like you don't need to win. You should just like be part of a team.
Because every time you see her, no matter how angry you are because she decided to say, hey, I got you this Etsy project and I want you to put it together with no instructions of here you go, and your willingness to do that. And how much that frustrates you, but at the same time, how much it makes her happy.
I love you so much. You're amazing. You're really funny. You take care of me. I can see us having kids together. We have the same values, and we've really, from day one, we've always kind of like been on the same page with everything.
Babe, I love you for all the joy you bring me. Constantly there supporting me, even though I know half the things I do irritate you and push you over the edge, but you're always there for me and support me, and I love you for that.
And I can't wait to grow up with you.